Pero ese no fue el problema.
This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer into Reaction. What I'm looking at today is the official red band trailer for Párvulos, Children of the Apocalypse. Párvulos means preschooler, according to SpanishDictionary.com, and that's fitting because the principals of this movie are, as far as I can tell, 3 or 4 children. And I like this idea because part of what turned me off about The Walking Dead was the sameness of it. You always have a bunch of adults running around doing whatever, while in the real world, if such a cataclysm were to happen, you'd have all sorts of groups. You'd have groups of older people, you have groups of younger people, well, those that survive, that is. You'd have all kinds of interesting combinations of people. And The Walking Dead never really explored that. It was very much consistent from show to show. And never mind the show creating spin-offs after the original series had ended. That always seemed ass backwards to me. Which is to say, if you're going to create spin-offs, create them when your show's at the height of popularity so people will migrate to spin-offs. They did Fear the Walking Dead before it ended, if I recall. But beyond that, every other spin-off was after The Walking Dead had ended. This looks like it could be interesting because it gives me Lord of the Flies type vibes. Which is to say, you have children somehow surviving in a situation where you wouldn't think they could. Though I'd like to say that while children don't have the experience of an adult, that doesn't mean they're stupid. And in fact, the way they approach things can be very innovative and interesting. In any case, let's look at the official trailer for Párvulos, Children of the Apocalypse.
Había una vez 2 niños quienes vivían con su padre leñador y su madrastra cerca de un espeso bosque. Hasta acá llegó la pandemia.
Llegó a todo el mundo. Pero ese no fue el problema.
Estuvimos vagando mucho tiempo. Luego encontramos esta casa y todo cambió.
Si vienen las trompetas. ¿O algún otro infectado? Corre.
¿Crees que el monstruo se comió a mis papás?
¡Ven por él! ¡Corre, corre, corre! ¡Contéstame! ¡Te mordieron!
Caminan por la tierra sonando su trompeta. Cuando el mundo acabe, estás con ellos. Oh, estás de sobra.
Well, that was the official red band trailer for Párvulos, Children of the Apocalypse, and I don't think it necessarily should have been a red band trailer. It's not terribly violent. There's some moments, though it is very intense at points, but overall not warranting the red band designation. In any case, one of the things I found interesting was that this is a black and white movie, for the most part, though you notice that certain colors would appear, like one of the children is wearing an orange jacket, and it was very washed out, but the colors showed through. Conversely, when there's a fire from a torch, there's no fire. So this is essentially a black and white movie, though why certain elements of it have color, I don't quite understand. Though, that may be just a stylistic affectation of the director, or maybe it has relevance to the plot. Once again, I have no idea. Though it looks interesting and it deals with something, as I mentioned earlier, zombie movies don't typically do. So what do you think? This is Brian with ScreenFiles.com and Trailer to Reaction. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know down below. And as usual, consider a like, follow, or buy me a coffee.